This surgery is gonna go on for a couple of days because I gotta edit some video. But y'all come on in here. We're gonna have some fun this morning. I'm up preparing to get on the road. I got an interview that I gotta go take care of. He said, let's go. Come on in here. He said, you saw that Haitian Jack trailer? Yeah, that's the joint that they did with Benny Boom. They've been working on that for about 7 years. That's gonna trigger all my interviews to go. He said money on the floor, all over the floor. Bodies on the floor too. Watch this. I need bodies in here. Come on in here. I'm about to get y'all some. They took it down. I seen it. Yeah, bodies. Money on the floor. It's about to be bodies all over the floor. Y'all come in here, like this video. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's 156 people in here already. Y'all share this joint. Share this joint, please. Nigga, you better have me roll up early in the morning. I was waiting on you. Please come in here, man. Let me get y'all this work. I swear I wasn't gonna do this. I wasn't gonna do this. I wasn't gonna do this. I'm practicing a form of knowledge called Stoic wisdom. And one of the laws and one of the lessons in Stoic wisdom is not reacting. And I told myself that this is something that I'm gonna practice going forward, right? And it speaks about the power of not reacting. But the way niggas who ain't used to having attention, the way they operate, if you don't react, they will get bolder as time goes on. So let me tell y'all a story. Let me tell y'all a story. Number one, I came into this shit as a writer. I told this story many a times. I was signed to Triple Crown Publishing. I was Vicky Stringer's ghostwriter. I had a book in Source magazine while I was in prison in 2004. I got out in 2005. I got out in 2004. Summer 2005, I went to Atlanta to start Gully TV DVD. One of y'all first times coming in contact with my brand name was probably that viral video of Gucci Man punching Mac Breezy. That was on World Star. This is way, way back in the day. These are some of my DVDs that I put out in the streets, right? Legendary joints. Just a few of them. I ended up putting out like 7 or 8 volumes. I came to YouTube around 2007 because in order to upload content to MySpace, you had to upload your content to a new platform called YouTube. So my first big exposure online was by way of YouTube and that Gucci Mane Mac Breezy video. Y'all see these people on here? Loaded Lux, Reese Steele, Sire Castro, Murder Mook, No, the Baltimore Banger, Bang Bang Boogie, Papoose, Redman, Mano, Arliss Michaels, G Baby, right? This is all work that I was putting in for many years on the DVD circuit. So, I'm Gully TV DVD for many years. When I first started to get busy on YouTube, I was working with a new artist by the name of Head Ice. This is the Lion's Den Volume 1 by the name of Head Ice. I did several music videos with Head Ice. I was the first person to put Head Ice on World Star. We went on World Star together. I didn't really know what World Star was, but people started to call me and tell me that I was on this new platform called World Star. So I had the Gucci Man Mac Breezy video on World Star, right? And then I had Head Ice music video on World Star called My Crew. It was Head Ice first time on World Star too. So I'm working with Head Ice. I'm on the run at the time. I ended up going to jail briefly. I was on the run while I was working with Head Ice. I went to jail for like 5 months. I got out, contacted Ice. There was a new guy who I believe had just came home from jail, and he was a battle rapper from Harlem. His name was Black Harlem. I told Ice when I seen on a YouTube video that Ice and Black Harlem had a relationship. I told Ice, I said, yo, I want to interview your man. Yo, introduce me to him. So he introduced us. I sent Black Harlem some money. I said, I want you to come out to Erie, and I'm going to do an in-studio interview with you and a couple music videos and shit. So I say all this to say, long before I had any encounters with Uncasa, I met some guys from Harlem, from his neighborhood. There was a little bit more street. That would be Head Ice and Black Harlem. Boom. While working with Black Harlem, somewhere in the midst of me working with Black Harlem, he told me that he knew Uncasa. Me, I knew of him because of him battling T-Rex. And Smack DVD, right? So I told Black Harlem, why don't you introduce me to him? I want to interview him for my, for my DVD. I was gonna put out one more DVD, right? He said, I got you. Anybody that know Black Harlem know that Black Harlem was a basketball player. He was a star black basketball player in Harlem, but he ended up going to jail. Like, he was a star high school basketball player. His name is Yaz. Yaz is his first name, Yasmin or some shit like that. He ended up going to jail. No, he had just came home from jail, right? I'm trying to recollect this shit and put it in perfect chronological order. So I asked him to introduce me to somebody that he said was from his building named Uncasa. I had a basketball game coming up that I was promoting. It was an And1 mixtape tour game. I interviewed Uncasa. I did a couple music videos for him. I also put him on World Star. His videos went straight to World Star too. This begins a run of me going to World Star regularly. Me and Black Harlem had a great relationship based on basketball, and we was both ex-cons. He introduced me to Uncasa. I interviewed him. I shot some music videos with him, and I had an artist at the time named El Cardio. I had him working with El. Uncasa leave here and go back to New York to battle Bones Brigante. few months later, he comes back to Erie for the and one mixtape tour basketball game. With him, he bring two guys, one named Skibo Debo and one named Money Marv. He got to the basketball game late, so he didn't perform, but we still had an after party later that night. So we in the club. It's me, Baby Shaq, Hot Sauce, couple other and one guys. We in the club, and is there, Money Marv is there, and Skibo Debo is there. Now, he hasn't formally really introduced me to Skibo Debo. Debo basically introduced himself. We might have shook hands earlier at the basketball game, but he basically introduced himself. He said, this is what he says. He said, yo, I see what you doing out here. I see how you moving and shit. This is who I am. This is what I do. Maybe we should do something sometime. I said, okay, bet. Over the course of the next couple of days, Skibo Debo pulls out a CD and told me that he rapped too. I wasn't introduced to him initially as a rapper. He said he rapped too. Gave me a CD. I started to listen to his music. I told him right away, I said, yo, you can make it as a rapper. This music is hot. You can make it as a rapper. He had a song called I Really Do This. I ended up doing the music video for I Really Do This, and he ended up going to World Star. Skibo Debo told me, he said, yo, we going to Miami for Memorial Day weekend in a couple of days. You should come down too. I'm like, word? I said, what's going on down there? And he basically told me it was like, you know, it was the thing to do at the time, Memorial Day weekend. This is when Miami was really, really popping. He said, yo, man, hop on a flight, come through. You ain't got to pay for nothing. I said, bet. I already had clothes, I already had jewelry, custom jewelry with my name, Gully TV, Icy Piece. I had all of that shit already. I hop on the plane and I go to Miami for the first time. I never had encountered or seen so much opulence and beauty. This is my first very, very close encounter with the hip-hop industry. Like I said, I was a DVD already, but going to Miami at this time, this is a different experience. You're seeing everything and everybody up close. When I get there, I am Gully TV DVD. I got Gully TV hanging around my neck. I'm big, I'm muscular. We moving around in Miami. This is a story that I've told on here many and many a times. And I've allowed Ankasa to tell his part of this Miami trip. I've allowed him to tell his story too, because he was there. He introduced me to Skibo Debo. When I get there, it's 7, 8, 9. It's a bunch of other niggas there too that's, I'm assuming it's from Harlem, but they not. They from Middletown, New York. Some hustling ass niggas. They doing music too. They are called Swerve Up Records. This is who is moving around with at the time. Some niggas from Middletown called Swerve Up Records. While we're in Miami, I flew down there. I had like $900. This is my first time going to Miami. I bought my ticket before I left. I bought my ticket. After I got off the phone with Debo, this wasn't buying no ticket no weeks in advance or nothing. I bought the ticket right away. I got on the next thing smoking to Miami. Boom, when I get there, I got ID. I don't have no debit card. At the time, I never even had no debit card. I got like 900 in my pocket. I paid the, when I get there, Debo said, when you get here, call me. I called him. He said, get a cab to South Beach. We at maybe the Days Inn or some shit. It was like maybe a Hilton or Days Inn. It was a decent hotel, but once I started to go down there for myself, I went to the level of Fountain Blue and shit like that. When I get there, we all in one room because I want to dispel some shit, and I'm in the process. I'm gonna run this little nigga over, and everything that I'm saying to y'all, I got the pictures. I got the pictures. Like I said, I'm media. I'm Gully TV media. I got the pictures. I got it on videotape, all of that shit. I got the pictures. You gonna see me while in Miami. It's 8 or 9 of us. We rolling around down there, and I'm shooting Skibo Debo's music video. I really do this over the course of a couple of days. This video, you can see it on YouTube. Skibo Debo, I really do this. When we done with Miami, we go back to New York, straight to New York. While we're in Miami, because I don't like this big money shit that this broke ass nigga talking about. While we're in Miami, it's 8 of us in one room. It's 8 of us in one room. We basically all stand in Skibo Debo's room. It's 8 of us, no bullshit, in one room. We land on the floors and everything. Me, I done had no problem with this. My first time in Miami. I got a backpack full of clothes. I got money. During the course of these 3 days in Miami, was it 3 days? Yeah, like 3 days or some shit like that. We partying and going places and shit like this, shit like that, right? I'm not familiar with resort taxes and all of the expenses associated with Miami. So by day two, my 900 is gone. I'm basically popped. But everywhere we go, Skibo Debo is paying for everything. While we're in Miami, nobody had no bras but me and Skibo Debo and shit. What I do got is something that I was born with: charisma, good looks, and a body. I bagged the baddest bitch down there of all of us, a Trinidadian named Sophia. I have to make sure that I interject all of this shit, because despite me only having $900 and getting broke by the second or third day, I still got my good looks. I bagged this bitch named Sophia. She's running with me. I'm saying this because I'm explaining to y'all the significance of Skibo Debo. The last day we was there, we went to this seafood spot, and I know how much money I got in my pocket. I'm looking at the menu, and I got to pay for me and my broad. I'm looking at the menu, and I'm assessing the amount of money that I got in my pocket. I made sure that I let her order first, because I got to make sure that I feed her. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure that I feed her. I didn't drink alcohol at the time. I was making sure that I took care of her. I had to make sure that I took care of her. And we going back up north. The motherfuckers brought the fucking bill. Oh my God. I didn't have enough money to pay for this bill. Skibo looked at me. He seen that I was under pressure. He passed me $100 under the table. I'll never ever forget that. And I never ever forget what he did for me, right? Before I flew down there, I had a store. Going back home, we didn't go. I bought a one-way ticket. We rode back to New York, 8 of us in a van. Instead of me going home, I went with Skibo Debo to his house. Why? We're gonna continue to shoot and film music videos, because I told him, I'm gonna help you get on. I'll never forget what you did for me. I'm gonna help you get on. I'm gonna put you on my next DVD. I did put him on my next DVD. That's him right there. Skibo Debo. You got Chinks Drugs. Chinks was in Miami that summer. I filmed him there. And then you got Icewear Vezo and a couple of other different people that I had filmed in my travels. The real Rick Ross, Icewear Vezo. He wasn't even popping at the time. And 38 Special. This is somebody who I had been working with at the time too. A guy from Rochester that didn't really mean nothing at the time. While staying with Skibo Debo for about a month, I'm with him every day. Me and him getting real close. Once I was introduced to Skibo Debo, I wasn't really around ever again for some years. For some years, months, years, like we wasn't my relationship with Skibo Debo because we was living the same, we was into the same shit. We became like this. And that's when a lot of y'all might have started to see the Skibo Debo started to be viewed or projected as a rapper online. You might have seen us together at thisis50.com. You might have seen us in. This is. Hold on. You might have seen us in Straight Stunting magazine together. That's Skibo right there. That's Pillow. Rest in peace. That's me. So we're on our mission to turn Skibo into a rap star. I'm involved because I'm Gully TV and I got a media following, right? I was never around unlike that for a period of time. Why? I was depressed. I was depressed. I didn't have no money. Un's not no like, he's not a criminal. What I mean by that is, a guy like me, at the time, I would basically do anything. Pimp a slut, double ups, or stick ups. Like, me and Skibo was a lot more alike than me and Un. So I started to spend more time with Skibo. During this period, going to Middletown with Skibo, I met his little crew. I said this on here. This is the first time that I've encountered some young niggas that was rich. This was like Skibo's mob. Don't get me wrong. Uncasa introduced me to Skibo. Right? While being around Skibo, and Uncasa would come around sometime, like he would come to Middletown sometime, I started to know that he was abused. What I mean by abused, he was like bullied. Like he was bullied. I started to take a liking to him, a deep liking to him, because I felt sorry for him. When we was in Miami, we went to this club, we was trying to get in, all the diplomats was there. Jewel's security told him, Debo was like, yo, here's Uncasa when we got to the door. Jewel Santana security told him, man, I don't give a fuck about no Uncasa. And I'm like, damn. I started to really empathize with him. This is a little man in a big man's game, and he's often getting like ran over and bullied and shit like that. Like, it was fucked up. I still got relationships with other rappers. We moving through New York City. I'm still Gully TV DVD. I'm just rolling with Skibo. I ain't really around us like that no more. Why he not around us? He was depressed. And he didn't really have no money. He really couldn't keep up like that. Me meeting Skibo Debo was like AZ meeting Chicky. Read between the lines. That was our relationship. So you will see a lot of pictures and videos and shit of just me and Skibo Debo. Un wasn't around no more like all like that because he's not really like no criminal. The thing that I knew would work for somebody like Skibo Debo, you're everything that these rap niggas pretend to be. You the real deal. His song that I did the music video for, it was called I Really Do This. You can look this music video up. I really do this. And he really, really do it. He really, really did it. He was really, really about that lifestyle that rappers project. And I used to always tell him, my nigga, you my way. You my way in. You my way in. I'm managing Skibo Debo at the time. But this is somebody, he got talent, he can rap his ass off. But when you dealing with niggas who rap, but they already made it, they already got money, they half-ass be into it. I was 100% into it. I'm trying to make this nigga a rapper because this is my ticket. I know this. Like I said, I'm not around unlike that. But whenever we would pull up into the city and see him, I would give him a couple dollars out of my pocket, just looking out. And I maintained a relationship with him over the years. But I was more so, me and Debo had went off into a life of our own. Like I said, that was like AZ meeting Chicky. Read between the lines. Boom. I would still, now mind you, I'm starting to become a big deal as Gully TV. Why? Because I'm with Debo and between my connections and him showing me the city, it was Skibo Debo who showed me City Island. It was Skibo Debo who showed me Woodbury Commons. He's opening up New York City to me. It wasn't Un. Un don't have a car. Un don't have a car and he don't have no money. I'm tailor-made for this already. I'm already Gully TV DVD. I've already interviewed Redman. I done tons of rappers. I done already interviewed them all already. I already got jewelry. I'm already fly. I'm making my way through this shit. Me and Skibo working together in Philadelphia. We're doing shit like outside of my relationship with Un, but whenever I would see him, I would still give him, a couple shorts and shit like that. Right? Sometimes I would come to the city and try to get up with Chicky. I would try to get up with Chicky, and he might not be around. And I would still need some groceries. So I would stop at Un's crib on 141st and 8th Ave, and I would ask him, yo, do you know anybody with some groceries? And he would make a couple phone calls, and he'd say, yeah, I got what you need. I got somebody for you. And I would go get some groceries, and I would give him a couple dollars. I would do this for many, many years. Right? Like I said, he's not a criminal, but the niggas that I was introduced to Un by, they were. During the course of me talking to one of my criminal homies, Black Harlem, somewhere in the conversation, we was talking about a chain that he had. And he said, that's the one that I took from Un. And I didn't like that. I'm like, you did what? And it was right then that I'm like, you introduced me to him and you was robbing him? I couldn't believe it. This is not slander. This is the truth. You introduced me to him and you was robbing him? And it was very awkward because I had took a liking to Un. I did. But I'm talking to the nigga that introduced me to him, and he basically telling me, Jamil, I never judged you or got in your business. I never said anything. This is how I live, my nigga. I rob and shit. So I said to him, I don't want you to be doing that. I like him. I fuck with him. I felt that I would forever be in debt with him for introducing me to Skibo Debo. Still moving in and out of the city because I went off on my own. I'm still Gully TV. When I come to the city, Skibo don't live in New York City. He's in Middletown. Them niggas in Middletown, them niggas is like that. Super chat, you got to wait because I don't want you to. I appreciate your super chat. I don't want you to knock my train of thought off. So it's basically me and Skibo Debo because we live a similar lifestyle. And I want this rap shit. That's why I ended up in the situation that I'm in. Because I still wanted this shit. I still was working and working and working. Despite if I came around them and got any groceries and shit like that, I still had people to interview in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in Queens. I'm still running around doing me, and I'm becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. When I would come to the city, now, I started off coming up there on the train. That's how I found out about Newburgh and Middletown. Like the train comes through upstate New York. So this is how I'm learning this upstate New York corridor and shit like that. That's how I found out about Spesh and all of them niggas. Because I'm riding the train. I went from riding the train up there to now I'm coming in cars. Because when I come for groceries, I got 2-3 niggas with me that want groceries too, right? And whenever I came to get some groceries or I came to bust a move, I was smoking weed at the time. I would go back to the block where I knew to find weed. That's 141st and 8th Ave. That's Un's neighborhood and Black Harlem, the nigga that was robbing him, his neighborhood and Head Ice. 43rd, Drew Hamilton Projects. Boom. For years, you didn't see me around Uncasa. You didn't. I went off. I went off and became Gully TV. I'm going to motherfucking Mayweather fights. I'm going to, because I got other contacts. I'm going to Miami on my own Mayweather fights. I'm going to Los Angeles. On this platform, I went to Dubai. I went to fucking Paris, France and shit. This is all rooted in me getting good groceries and shit. I would see Black Harlem and still speak to him because, like I said, I felt I owed him something too. He introduced me to who introduced me to Skibo. It's a chain of events that led to me becoming a power player in this media shit. Boom. One of the times that I would come up there, whenever I would come up there and I got motion, I would call Un and take Un with me wherever I went. DJ THRU. Like I said, Un was like a orphan. He was like an orphan. He lives in New York City. He's from 41st and 8th Ave, but he's a little man in a big man's game. I would call him up and take him places with me. Whoever I was going to interview, I would take him with me. Still trying to kind of like pulling him in a loop, and it became, you can run with me, shorty. I've already understood his position with the diplomats. The extent of his significance and relationship with the diplomats was him kicking off that song, the Diplomatic Immunity. But he was never like loved or embraced by them. I told him, I fuck with you, little man. You could run with me. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you if you run with me. And that became our relationship, right? I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if there was anything that I could do for him, I would do for him. was still giving paper. He could call me because he didn't have anything going on. He could call me and say, yo, somebody just booked me for a show. I need an outfit, or I need X amount of dollars. This is before Cash App. I would wire it to him and shit like that. It was nothing. It was nothing. It was, I'm a big boy. It was nothing. I'm looking out. But whenever I would come to the city, I would go to either 41st and 8th Ave or 40th and Lenox. You would go look, if you go look into my background, you would see while this is going on, I always fucked with 40 Cal. 40 Cal was the first diplomat that I interviewed ever. Right? I'm telling Un the whole time that, man, you can be a rapper. He don't even want to rap. He's depressed. He don't got no money. He's being abused. And he's job ass trying to, be a little hustler too, but he keep getting robbed. He's getting robbed, man. He's getting robbed all the time. I can't protect this nigga because I don't live there, right? But the person that keeps fucking robbing him, I have a relationship with him. One of the last robberies that it sealed the fate as far as me trying to look out for, defend, and take care of this dude was when they came and robbed him at home. I would tell him, because he was trying to find his way on YouTube. He's starting to go live now. He's trying to pick up that which made me popular, YouTube and shit like that. This is what made me a power player, YouTube and the internet. And I would tell him, yo, my nigga, when you go live, you gotta point that camera at a blank wall. You gotta point the camera at a blank wall, so when you live streaming, a person can't determine where you are, right? So a person can't determine where you are. This is for a reason. If a person can determine where you are while you're live, this is like a GPS. They know where your location is. I told him this for a long time. Right? This nigga going live from the crib, from his mom crib. Unstay with his mother. Unstay with his mother. This ain't no diss. This is just the truth. He stayed with his mother. He's going live there. The niggas around that building and in his building, they know, oh, he's home. He rolling up on camera. He got weed. He's known around the building as somebody who handled weed. So what did they do? What do? They go and rob him again. And this time they went in the house, tied everybody up, put a bag over his mom's head. I didn't get this information from him. He would never tell anybody this. I got the information from the niggas that was involved with this shit. I got the information from the niggas that was involved with this shit. And I was bent out of shape about it. I disliked it, but I come from that type of lifestyle. I come from doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I job ass understand it. I just don't want it happening to somebody that I care about. I told this nigga, yo, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta watch yourself. I'm taking this nigga at it. Pay attention to if you watch this platform, you weren't seeing Uncasa on nobody's platform but Gully TV for years. Whenever he rap or he got a freestyle or something like that, it gets uploaded here. When I go to DC to do my pop-up and shit, I call him, yo, I got a check for you, my nigga. I'm gonna give you $1,000. Come out here to DC. I'm gonna pay for your travel, put you in an Airbnb. Just come and pop up to my pop-up shop. Matter of fact, bring some fucking merch with you. I'm gonna sell it for you. I did that. Brought him out there to the pop-up shop. Pumped his merch, sent him back with a check. I am his motion for years because he's not really no criminal. He's somebody who He's from the block. He grew up amongst this shit, but he wasn't in it because it's a big boys game. You're gonna get robbed. You can't play this game, especially not where he had around Drew Hamilton and shit like that. You can't play like you can't do it. But I've always tried to protect him, and that's how I'm going too fast. The person that was involved with the robbery was in my comments one day, and he's trying to talk to me and shit. And you know, he's commenting on my pictures and shit. And he hit me in the DM and he said, "Damn, my nigga, it seemed like you don't fuck with me like that no more." He said, "You let untell you some bullshit about me because I went to when I found out about this robbery, I went to him and I asked him about it because I wanted to know that if you okay, and do you need to come out and stay with me? Like he was always welcome. Yo, come stay with me. I'm eating. I'm blowing up in Gully TV. I done did this Haitian Jack shit. Became who I am now. Come stay with me. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. You can get money. I'll open up any door for you." Trying to pull him out of the situation that he's in. Like I said, I took care of him for a long time. I became very protective of him. That's just a natural instinct in me and shit. When he told me about what happened, the guy who did it, who he said did it, I had a relationship with him. I was mad at him because y'all didn't rob him on the streets. Y'all went in his house. Y'all put his mother in it. Y'all put bags over his mom's head. That shit, like, how could you do this, man? And he like, man, that's fucked up. The niggas that was involved with it, the one that I have a relationship with, he was like, man, you let him tell you that, you know, this went like that. Da, 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 da. I'm like, my nigga, I know you. I know you did this. Not to mention you've told me prior that you robbed him, but I know that you were involved. I know that this is your work. I know you. I know you. I need you to chill out, man. Like, just chill. And I believe my guy started going through some substance abuse shit, and that probably led to the robbery and shit like that. But I've always tried to protect this nigga. And my instinct to protect him caused me to do a video about how Jim Jones was mistreating him. I was around that shit. They have been doing that shit to him for years. They have been doing that shit to him for years. I hated it. I hated it. And I would always tell him, you don't need them niggas. You can do this and this and that and just come fuck with this Gully TV shit, and I got you. And I couldn't believe that he got online talking all suicidal and shit like that. I was bent out of shape about that. When I gave my all to rap, and I love this person and I love that person, and I'm like, my nigga, these niggas don't love you, my nigga. I love you. I've showed you. I've taken care of you forever. I've given you shit forever. I've provided a way for you forever. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Right? I even named a crochet hat after him. I called it the Uncasa. I'm blowing up selling the PA knit. I hit him up and say, yo, I got a lane for you. What's up? I got this fucking knit hat that I'm gonna name it after you. I'm basically giving him a lane. I'm getting big money at this shit. You can be a distributor of PA knit in New York. I'm opening the door for him. Boom. He didn't run through the door. He does clothes. I do clothes too. I told him, yo, I want 100 sweatsuits. I've said this on this platform before. I'll pay you. I've tried to open doors for him, but he wouldn't do it. As we progress, we turn into different people. My frequency is changing. I have a relationship with somebody, who he kind of like dead weight. He kind of like dead weight. He hustles. He try to sell clothes. He still raps somewhat, and he might sell a little groceries in between, but they got dispensaries on every corner, so that ain't what it once was. And I'm watching someone that I care about struggle as I'm becoming Gully TV media. I said what I said because I had just came from Japan, and that was a spiritual transition. That was a cleanse. That trip was a cleanse. I'm gonna be detaching now. I'm gonna change my. I'm getting so big. I'm getting so big in life. I'm getting so successful that some changes have. Success do that to you. It starts to change you and shit, right? So I'm about to detach from certain people, places, and things. He was one of the people that I had to detach from. I never called him and told him that I was moving on with my life without him. I never called him and told him that. I never called him and told him, my friend, I'm leaving you now. I never told him that. But when I did that live stream, there was no reason for me to spare or sugarcoat the truth on them niggas mistreating him and how he should bust a motherfucker in their head. There was no reason for me to sugarcoat that because I no longer have a relationship with you. Now, he don't even know that I've moved on. He don't even know that he's cut off. You ain't did nothing to me. You ain't did nothing to me. I don't dislike you. I love you. I gotta move on now. I'm leaving you behind, right? So when the video came out of the things that I said about, yeah, the video, if y'all watched the video, y'all know that I was defending him. Y'all know that I was defending him. I got on here pissed the fuck off on these bitch ass diplomat niggas disrespecting, rejecting, hurting my friend's feelings, and got him on the fucking internet acting transparent and hurt. It pissed me off. Y'all seen the video. I was protecting him. I was standing up for him. Nobody else stood up for him. Nobody else has been standing up for him. This has become my job. This is like one of my children. This is like one of my children. When I got off that live stream, I told y'all, I said, he's gonna start calling me about this video, but I'm not gonna answer because I don't wanna talk to him. I don't wanna talk to him anymore. There's nothing I can do with you or for you. You've given up. You've let these niggas defeat you. You online telling another man, how can you treat me like this? Why you never fucked with me? You made me so discouraged. I'm like, man, I gotta get the fuck away from this nigga. He done went overboard. He done went overboard. You feel me? He done went overboard. It's too much. I can't repair you. I can't repair you. I can't defend you anymore. I can't stand up for you anymore. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. So when the video came out, he starts to call me, but I'm not picking up the phone. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't. I don't have anything to say to you. He starts to text me. And he like, why is everybody mad at me? I didn't even open a thread, but you know how you can see the beginning of the text? You can somewhat read it. Why is everybody mad at me? I was just saying, you know, I've been keeping it real when niggas did me like this, and it's still crying and shit like that. But like I said, I'm not answering the phone. I'm not talking to you. He continued to call me and text me wanting to talk. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I've left you already. I wish you the best of luck, but I can't deal with you anymore because you making us both look bad with this shit that you doing, my nigga. You making us both look bad. When he realized he was cut off from my life, like a scorned bitch, like a scorned broad, he went the fuck off. He like, oh my God, my father has left me. This is somebody who's been taking care of me for years. This is somebody who's been taking care of me for years, opening doors for me. When y'all seen him at SOBs, I got him in there. He got in there with me. I'm Gully TV Media. I was invited to that show with the Wu-Tang niggas. I have a relationship with Shaheem. We got to SOBs. Un don't got no ID. He can't even get in. They stop him at the door like, yo, you can't get in here. I got a broad with me. She turned around and looked, and he just started scrolling through his phone. Like, I don't know whether he thought he was going to pull some ID up out of his phone or what. I went inside to the nigga whose show it was, and I told him, yo, my nigga, your security stopped my man Un at the door, man. I said, I'm on the guest list, right? Right? He said, yeah, Gully TV. I said, so I can bring anybody in here with me that I want, right? He said, yeah. I said, Un is with me. He said, go back to the door and get him. I went back to the door, and I got him. When I get inside SOBs, I'm in the building. I gotta do media. They passing me microphones and shit. Gangu Roach, who's often in this platform, y'all see me interview him. He was there. Gangu Roach walk up to my table. It's me, Shaheem, Un, and my broad. Gangu Roach come up to the table and bring Dame Grease with him. Yo, this is Gully TV. We shaking hands and shit, doing it like big fellas and shit. I'm in the building. They come to me and say, yo, you got to do media, fam. That means I got to go through these. They interviewing me now. I didn't got to that space where I'm being interviewed now. I'm like, come on, Un. When I'm done doing my interview, I'm in the building. I got Ankasa with me, and I pass him the microphone. This is the same shit that I did when I'm in Philadelphia at the N1 mixtape tour. I'm keeping him in the loop. This is nobody's. I put him on my PILLMATIC project. This is nobody's. This is a person who the game has moved on from, but I still pull him with me because this is my guy. I like him. I've taken a liking to him and shit, right? When he understood that I'm not fucking with him no more, he went into a tantrum and started making videos about his father. When I heard about it, people were messaging me. I'm like, I'm not responding to him. I don't care what he say. He's dead already. He's dead already. It's like kicking a corpse. Why would I respond to him? He's already given up. He's already given up. He's already on here crying, talking about why do you treat me so bad and a bunch of other shit. I don't need to respond to somebody like that. He's already broken. But people started to message me and started to tell me some of the shit that he was saying. The nerve of you little dirty broke ass. My nigga, you told somebody, you telling people that you helped me get an image? Nigga, is you out your goddamn... I got the pictures. Anybody that follow this platform know that I was rocking diamonds and furs before I even met him. In the 90s. In the 90s. There's going to be another video to come with this. I'm going to give y'all a whole... Because I have to. I'm going to give y'all a whole slideshow. You're going to see all the big jewelry. You're going to see all the furs. You're going to see all the fly shit. Coogee, ice, all of that from back then to the present time. What the fuck are you talking about? You give You and your niggas gave me an image. Whenever I was in the presence of you and your niggas, I was like the flyest nigga there. Nobody ever got a badder bitch than me, un. No, you know this. I got the pictures. I got the pictures. When we was in Miami, Sophia, that Trinidadian bitch I had, she was the baddest bitch there. This is not a person who should be talking like this. He don't get any sex. Nobody has sex with him. He don't get no pussy. He don't get no pussy. I'm like, are you serious? I wasn't even gonna respond. My nigga, you don't get no pussy. Nobody, y'all have never seen him with a female. Never. You've never seen, go to my IG page. My shit is chronologically the pictures from ever. You don't see nothing but fly shit and divas and shit like that. You dressed who? The fuck are you talking about? You don't nobody fuck you. You don't get no pussy. Un has probably not had pussy like this year. This is not somebody who has a Rolodex with females that he could choose from. Look at him. Look at him. This is somebody that I've tried to help build his confidence. Un don't go to the barbershop. Look at his appearance. Un don't go to the barbershop. He don't even go to the barbershop. Look at him on camera. He got hair coming out of his nose. You got nasal hair. The fuck are you talking about? Why would you try that with me? I've been gorgeous my whole life. My nigga, I come from a long line of pretty boys. The fuck are you talking about? My mom and daddy rock furs and shit like that. You put who on? I'm from 17th and German. I was balling when I met you. I met you. I was 7 DVDs in before I even met you, boy. The fuck are you talking about? I got you from one of my criminal homies, Black Harlem. This is a nigga who was living just like me. I got a background of robbing, taking money, doing home invasions. Everything that he did to you, I'm compatible with him because I was into the same shit. Them 40 Wolf niggas, Dre Solid, Head Ice, them niggas was on my couch before I met him. I met the criminal element of Harlem. I met the gangsters, the niggas that will tie you the fuck up. I met them first, but they didn't tell me that they was robbing him. They didn't tell me that. You feel me? They didn't tell me that. I'm like, man, how could you do this? Like, you introduced me to this nigga and you was robbing him the whole time. Did everybody know this? Everybody, this robbery when them niggas put the bag over his mom head, this ain't no goddamn secret. Everybody knows this. I gotta carry this shit in my spirit. I feel sorry for this nigga. I feel sorry for him. You feel me? And that's why I went off when Jim Jones and them did that. I flipped the fuck out. I'm pissed the fuck off. I have to live with this. You feel me? My parental instincts kicked in. What are you talking about, little boy? What are you talking about? I bought you clothes from Paris. Like one of my children. You seen that I was in Paris, you called me? Hey, Gully, man, bring me something back. Like a child. I went and bought you something and brought you something to fuck back. I've been doing that for you forever. How dare you get on here and try to portray me anything less than a baller? My name is the dribble god, my nigga, because I'm a baller and I'm a baller. I didn't give myself that name. My fans gave me that name. You don't have a fan base. You're nobody's. Go look at my comments. I posted a video. I'm cussing this bitch ass nigga fool bang out. This nigga in my comments talk about don't nobody want to hear un. I'm like, you bitch ass nigga, don't nobody want to hear you flunky. I'm fighting for this motherfucker in my comments and this nigga making videos about me. You creep ass nigga. You can't get no fucking reputation off of me. I've never went without. You tried to portray me as being in Miami fucked up. Do you know if I ever struggled, my nigga, I was able to get money out of a bitch? Is you crazy? Why the fuck you think I stay in the gym and shit like that? I'm a hoe catcher by nature. That's my foundation. I come from a legacy of fucking hoe catchers. The fuck is you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't got it. My nigga, we can strip all of this shit away and I'm still armed with a weapon. It's between my nose and my chin. This is my money maker right here. The fuck is you talking about? You can't make this shit up. You can't move around with this type of charisma. The nerve of you. The nerve of you. My nigga, I'm gorgeous. You know what it's like to stand next to me in public. You know what it's like to stand next to me in public. All the hoes gonna get her attention to Mill. I got the pictures. I got the pictures. I'm the only one in Miami who's walking around with his shirt off. Big icy Gully TV chain swinging from my neck. I'm the only one that was doing that. The fuck are you talking about? The nerve of you. And I got the pictures. I got the pictures. I've been on this motherfucking YouTube in front of y'all. Can't nobody rewrite y'all interpretation of who I am. Y'all know this shit authentic. I pop it too fluently. You gotta be born with these types of traits. Not to mention I was a point guard and a quarterback. I'm wired different. I can't believe that you tried the audacity. Instead of you focusing that energy to Jim Jones, you turn around and try to disrespect your father. You know I've been taking care of you forever. Where would you get some money from? Where would you get some money from, my nigga? Paris, London, Dubai, Antigua. Just came from Japan. Just spent like 15 over there. What are you talking about? You don't get no money, nigga. The fuck? I don't get nothing out of doing this to you, little ugly boy. The fuck is? Why would you try this shit? And I wasn't even gonna do this. My fans were becoming offended at the things that you were saying out of your mouth. And you got the nerve to be posting pictures of me promoting Skibo Debo, because that's who it became about. It became about Skibo Debo because the shit that he rap about, he really live it. He really do this. This is perfect. And not to mention, both of us is bullies. That's something that I'm leaving out. So Skibo's role and my role was quite similar. We two niggas trying to protect Uncasa. Where was you at during the straight stunting video shoot? Where was you at, Un? Where was you at? Where was you at? Where was you at when we was at This Is 50? Where was you at during the whole course of me trying to turn Skibo Debo into a rapper? He's a street nigga. Me trying to package him as a rapper. Where were you at? Were you trying to help? Are you in the Move Them Things music video with him? Are you in any videos with him besides the one that I shot in Miami? I was in Miami, not for you. Skibo invited me to Miami. Skibo paid for anything I asked for in Miami. Why? Because I'm Gully TV Media. I'm down there running around with this camera. While we're in Miami, I'm filming everything that's going on. It ended up on his DVD. It ended up on World Star. You on this motherfucker telling people that I was in Miami wanting Burger King and McDonald's? The fuck are you talking about? I don't eat that shit. My nigga, the fuck are you talking? What are you talking about? You're gonna create your own story? You gotta create your own story? You know what I believe? I believe it bothers you that I blew up to be who I became, and you wasn't really helping me all like that. You wasn't really helping me all like that. You weren't. You weren't really helping me all like that. You know what you became in my life? You became a tour guide. You became a tour guide. If I came to New York, probably grocery shopping, probably about to go see Chicky. If I came to New York and I wanted to know where something was at, I would pull up on your block and ask you. You're not telling these people how I went from catching a train up there to Volvos, Lexuses, and Benzes. You're not telling these people all of the divas that I was bringing up there with me. And I got to say this right here. You called me a woman beater? Check this out. I'll slap the fuck out of a bitch today. I'll slap a bitch today. You wasn't even there when that happened. Yeah, I slapped one of my hoes up at Debo crib. You weren't even there. You wasn't even there. Yeah, I slapped this bitch. I'll slap a bitch. The fuck is wrong with you? Goofy? You trying to project that like that's something that I'm ashamed. I checked my hoe right on the spot. This bitch out of pocket. I slapped this bitch out of shoes. I'll slap a bitch now. I don't adhere to what the fuck y'all assume to be acceptable by society. I'm not a part of it. I'm not a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a part of it. You don't know what it's like to check a hoe because you never been in that position. You don't got no rotation. Yeah, I slapped a bitch. The fuck is wrong with you? He's a woman beater. My nigga, I've been selling this dick my whole life. You have no idea. You have no idea, my nigga. There was certain traits that I was blessed with, that I was able to exercise and open doors for myself. How the fuck do you think I got in the presence of Angela Yee and them? That shit just came out of nowhere. I didn't pay for that. My good looks got me there. My charisma got me in them rooms. My nigga, one of her girlfriends was feeling me, my nigga. That's how that shit happened. I gotta put it in fucking subtitles for you niggas. The fuck are you talking about? He a woman beater. Slapped the bitch out her shoes. Goofy. The nerve of you. Me? Me? I'm on a 40-year win streak, boy. 40-year win streak. This shit ain't even over with. I want y'all to see the pictures. The nerve of this broke-ass, dirty-ass Harlem nigga trying to disrespect God. The nerve of you. You can't even afford to be where I be at. You don't spend you ain't got no money, bum-ass nigga. I just went overseas just to go shopping again, my nigga. You don't go to no motherfucking Japan. You're a pathological liar. Yeah, I'm on my second, third passport. Where the fuck you been? You ain't been nowhere. You ain't been nowhere but fucking Miami and Vegas. You ain't been no fucking where, my nigga. I got the pictures. I'm gonna give y'all a whole... slideshow. There's nothing I enjoy more than talking about myself. There's nothing I enjoy more than showing off. I'm a peacock by nature. That's just who I am. Couldn't believe this nigga. You know when I was coming to Middletown, I was coming up there rotating different furs and foxes and shit like that. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You don't even own a car. Y'all have never seen him live streaming from a car, driving down the street in a car. He don't even got no license. You ain't never had a car. You'll be 50 years old in a few years and shit. You ain't never had no car. You ain't never had your own, nothing. Why would you try this with me? I've been balling on camera from 17th Street. The fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? This is crazy. This is crazy. And I'm hopping in the Porsche colored tapioca with that's not your life, my nigga. That's not your life. You don't drive them cars. You've never owned a car. You've never owned a car. The fuck is you talking about? Way before I met you, I was hopping out of Acura TLs and Eagle Premiers and Volvos and Saabs and shit like that. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? You the one that's making up shit. This is 2 gun. Niggas better cock back them hammers. You ain't never shot nobody. You ain't never shot nobody. You was supposed to shoot Black Harlem. You was. You didn't. You continue, and you still stay in the same place. You still able to be robbed. They still can get to your ass. You can't even protect your mother. You're not even down to kill, harm, assault, get busy for your mother. They put a bag over her head. Retarded ass nigga. And another thing, I told y'all that these niggas come from dope fiend backgrounds and shit. That's why they wired like that. That's why this nigga's wired like that. You've never heard this nigga talk about his father. I brag about mine. I brag about mine. I brag about mine. I show y'all pictures of my parents in furs and shit to their ankles going to the Ali Frazier fights. What's up with him? What type of father do you think this nigga has if he gets online and asks another man, why don't you fuck with me? Why would you discourage me? I love everybody. You know I look up to you. What type of father do you have? What type of father would produce someone like that? You come from you're damaged goods, your pedigree, your lineage. If you shot a child out your dick right now, it's gonna be a cur. If you birth a son, it's gonna be a fucking cur. You dig what I'm saying? Why? Because it's your composition. It's your composition. The nerve of you. The nerve of you. You ain't nothing but a goddamn chameleon. Why do you be running around with Muslim garb on? You don't perform salat, you don't fast, you can't say the Fatiha, you can't call the Adhan, none of that shit. Why are you portraying yourself to be a Muslim? I know why. Because Skibo Debo is a Muslim. Skibo Debo's father was a Muslim. Where do you get any knowledge of Al-Islam from, Antonio? You running around here with this motherfucking garb on and shit, portraying to be a Muslim. You never took you never took no Kalima Shahada. You can't perform. You don't perform voodoo. You don't know it. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. You don't. The nerve of you. This is the types of shit that niggas do to get by. Everybody else turning Muslim, I'm gonna do it too. You normally see shit like that in jail. This nigga did it on the streets. This nigga did this on the streets. La ilaha illallah. At which point have you took this declaration? You don't fast. You don't. You don't get no zakat. You don't even know what zakat is. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you will put on the garb and pretend to be a Muslim because you feel that that's hip. The nerve of you. I would never, ever, ever pick on somebody that I'm bigger than, tougher than, more gifted than, more fortunate than. I would never do that. This nigga just kept running his mouth. And I'm saying to myself, I can't believe this. But let me share something with y'all. Y'all need to know this. Me, I come from a praying mother. I'm covered by the cloak of positivity, blessings, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm covered by the cloak of that, right? This thing that I'm having with Ankasa, I embrace shit like this. I embrace things like this. You know why? Because that's my mama's prayers protected me from predatory vipers, backstabbers, snakes. Everything that came out of his mouth, everything that he did, this is who he was the whole time. I was just blind to it. I was just blind to it. So when you get backstabbed, when you get double-crossed, when you come in contact with low-hanging fruit like this low-life nigga, understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best planner. He got your back. I only got 2 eyes. Allah sees everything. Look what came out of his mouth. Look what came out of this nigga's mouth. And the nerve, he said he's here. He need to hear this. The nerve of him speaking like this. The nerve of you. The nerve of you speaking like this. You were in my presence. You was in my good graces. You were truly blessed to have a friend like me. You were. But as my frequency changes, as I start to escalate, I understand that I deserve better friends than you. I didn't call you and tell you was cut off. I haven't spoken to you in like 4 months. You telling people that I'm mad about you about some money? You don't owe me no money. You don't. You don't owe me any money. You paid your way out of my life. I didn't ask you for no money that you owe me. Wouldn't nobody even know about that? I wouldn't tell nobody that. I wouldn't tell nobody that. You told people that. So I sent you some money and you didn't send it back. Oh, pardon me. I sent you some money to buy some rhinestones for a jacket that I have. You called me from the store on FaceTime. Yo, bro, I'm in the store right now, man. What color rhinestones you said you wanted? I told you on the phone. You said, okay, I got you. You never sent me anything. You didn't. And you never sent my money back. And I ain't tell nobody about it. I'm understanding who I'm dealing with. And in 2026, you will no longer be in my life because the worst thing I can do to you, the most damaging thing I can do to you is not this discussion, it's not this live stream, it's removing myself from your life, making myself inaccessible to you. That's the most damaging thing I can do to you. You're not gonna appear on nobody else's platform. Don't nobody care. Only reason people tuning into you now because you're talking about your father. That's the only reason. Nobody would even pay you any mind. That's the only reason anybody's paying you any mind, because you're talking about your father. Why hasn't any of these other platforms been posting your videos, freestyles, music, anything that you got going on for the last 10 years? Nobody gave you any rhythm but Gully TV. Kasha, a whole loser, 50-year-old man, crying for another grown man to have and accept him, got all the energy for you. But Capo has a beautiful soul. Hey, like I was saying, when you blessed to be in this situation that I'm in, when God opens your eyes or he pulls the disguise off of the rotten motherfuckers around you, be thankful for it. I'm thankful for everything that's happened between me and him. I'm thankful for it. So, because going forward, I don't have to worry about having anybody like you around me and shit. I don't need you around me. You're not good people. I said this in the live stream. It's nice to be important, but more important to be nice. You're not a nice person. You a piece of shit. You a piece of shit. And some of us was raised in love. You were raised in survival mode. It's very, very obvious. Everywhere you went, you got rejected or abused and shit. You did. You should have been left the diplomats alone. When they had that white boy beating up on you with them boxing gloves in the studio and they was laughing, you were supposed to be done with them then. You remained in that type of environment for years. You remained in that type of environment for years. You told everybody that Joel's was a dope fiend. You told me. You told me he was a dope fiend. You told me his teeth fell out of his mouth. You told me his teeth have been falling out of his mouth. You told me that. But on your post, your suicide, that was basically an Instagram suicide note. You say that you love him. If you love him, why are you happy that his teeth is falling out of his mouth? Because he's the dope fiend. And you told everybody that. That's why he don't talk to you. You were supposed to be his friend, but you told everybody that he was a junkie. You told everybody that he was a junkie. This ain't over with. This ain't over with. I got to get the people what they want. They want to see the pictures in chronological order. They want to see us in Miami. I got the pictures. I'm the best looking nigga down there. I was the best looking nigga down there. Amongst us, who's the nigga down there hoe killing? Who? You? You don't even get any pussy, on. There's no reason for you to try to even bark up this tree. You can't even win. So, um, explain them robberies. Explain them robberies. Explain them robberies. Explain why you remain someplace where you're not even fucking safe at. Why do you still live there? How can you be comfortable there after your crib been home invaded? How could you be comfortable there? And you know who did it. You know who did it. He was robbing you prior, barefaced, and still wearing a chain around you. He introduced us. You ain't gonna get busy for Mom Dukes. You're not gonna get busy for Mom Dukes. I was more offended of you trying to show masculinity to me. Why didn't you buck at Jim Jones? Everything, all this energy that you directed to me, you could have turned that to your oppressor. You could have told them diplomat niggas to suck your dick. Weirdo. The nerve of you. The nerve of you. We got, it's almost 1,600 people here listening to this shit. 1,600 people here listening to this shit. You know what I'm thinking to myself while this is all going on? Go ahead and say what the fuck you want to say. Do what you want to do. And then what's next? What's next? You ain't getting no money. You're not successful. Your music situation is like fucked up. It's like, what are you gonna do? You don't even have Gully TV as an ally anymore. I'm like, you telling people that y'all help build me up. Nigga, I've been cocky my whole life. Came out the sandbox like this. I've been popping it my whole life. And then I got the pictures, my nigga. I got the picture. I got the pictures. One thing about being a shit, somebody's always trying to take your picture. That's why I got so many of them. Help me get my swag up. I got a daddy and an older brother. What the fuck are you talking about, loser? The fuck are you talking about? You admire niggas that don't even give a fuck about you. And nobody got busy for you when you was getting robbed. Explain that. Explain that. Explain that. You talking about, yeah, me and my niggas, where was your niggas at when you was getting robbed, my nigga? Where was your niggas at when you was getting robbed? Where was they at? Where they at? Where was your niggas at when you been being mistreated by the diplomats? Where are they at? This is like kicking a dead body. I know you in real life. You on here lying, trying to convince these people who've been watching Gully TV for 20 years. People been watching me boogie for 20 years. I was in magazines before I met you. I was in Source Magazine before I met you. Hip Hop Weekly before I met you. Don Diva before I met you. What the fuck are you talking about? The best thing that you did for me was introduce me to Skibo Debo. Yeah, that's the best thing that you did. You telling motherfuckers I wear people clothes and shit like that? That don't even equate with one of Cynthia's children. That don't even equate with one of Cynthia's children. That don't make no sense, boy. The fuck are you talking about? Why would you say some shit like that about one of Cynthia's children? I would never go without anything. My family straight. My family straight. And not only that, this God's gift that I have for hustling has helped me develop an alliance of guys like Skibo Debo, who if it ever got rough for me, I could say, hey, homeboy, I need a life preserver, but I'm only gonna need it for a week. I'm gonna bring this life preserver back and give it back to you in a week. I appreciate your super chat, Rock New York Music Scene on Fire Aside from 38 Special. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. These these comments are moving so fast I don't choose to answer any. Plus I gotta go I got an interview to go do because this machine, the wheel's still turning. Nobody's gonna disrupt these wheels from turning. Nobody gonna stop these dollar bills from folding. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna stop. I got some work to do. I've been here probably too long, and I'm pretty sure I crossed every T and dotted every I. But before I met you, I was the real Gully TV. You never appeared on none of my DVDs. I was 7 DVDs in when I met you. I was 7 DVDs in when I met you, and I met you from some street niggas, Head Ice and Black Harlem. Them niggas is street niggas and shit. That's how I met you. I met you from the niggas that was robbing you. That's how I met you. I wouldn't even know you. I had no idea that he was robbing you, but that's how things be. That's how I be going in the streets and shit. But your act that you doing, your masculinity that your fake masculinity and all of that shit, you need to probably channel that to somebody that you can win with. But I don't really see you win. Why? Because you ugly. You ugly duckling. You don't even go to the barbershop. When he get on camera, look at him. Look at him. You didn't have to be anything special to run with me. You know why? I'm special. I opened the door for you. I was doing it the whole time. I was opening the doors for you the whole time. I was. You always, you trying to portray yourself to be. Do you have a solo album? You've been in the game. You always talk about all the shit that you gave to music. Do you have a solo album? You don't. You don't. You a mixtape nigga and you a little nigga. You was always under somebody. That's crazy that your name is at the root word of under. That's where you've been your whole life, under somebody. I chose to move on without you because I got shit to do. My successes have been public. I just dropped one of the hottest indie albums of the year, PILLMATIC 3. That shit's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Them niggas that appear on them PILLMATIC series, them niggas appreciate me. You stepped into the shoes of the late, great DJ K. Slay. You are the underground now. That's me. That's me. You just a bottom feeder, and there's no mystery why you're involved, attached, connected to the diplomats. Because them niggas bottom feeders too. Look how y'all treat each other. Look how y'all treat each other. Y'all belong together. Y'all do. Y'all do. So, I got an interview to do. I see y'all keep saying Eon. Eon's a homosexual. All them old niggas on his channel, them is old faggots. all them niggas he be interviewing, them is old faggots, old rapists and shit like that. And guess what? You know what's funny? When you put your glasses on, you and Un kind of look alike. Two fucking dweebs. Two goddamn dweebs online talking about the dribble. Go interview a homo, man. All them niggas is rapists. Them niggas rape boys. Go on, call Fly up. He probably knocking you down. Another weirdo with glasses. What's wrong with you niggas, man? When you look in the mirror, be mad at your mother and father. They brought you here looking like that. God didn't create everybody equal. He gave some of us some extras. I'm one of the niggas that got extras. Y'all can't win this. Y'all can't win at this. Y'all can't win at this. Y'all can't. Go make another video. Go make another Gully TV video. Maybe people pay attention to you. But anybody that's watched this story unfold, they've watched me escalate. They watched me just... He said, man, I'm not blocking Un and I'm not blocking Eon. They don't even know they've been mind fucked, especially Eon. I could have been blocked him months ago. I be wanting him to see. I be wanting him to see. Them niggas need to see this dazzling performance. They need to see this dazzling performance. I want you to see this shit. You ain't going nowhere. Stay here and watch this shit, monkey. Stay here and suffer, because I know how your spirit is wired. Anyway, I got to go, man. I got work to do, man. I got records to break, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. And do one more thing for me. Go back and watch Un's old videos talking about me. That's all he do is praise his father. That's all he do is praise his father. Talk about how much of an incredible hustler I am. All of the feats, you know what I mean? Everything that I've done. That's all he spoke about. You can't be online for years speaking about the great Gully TV as if he's God and turn around and try to feed these people another story. You've already told them. You've already announced me correctly. You already announced me correct. So what you thought that you would be able to do, you and Eon, y'all need to get together. Yeah, y'all need to get together. Y'all need to get together. He said you spoke highly of him too. I spoke highly of him in a video where I was defending him. I said he was a talented rapper. He can go on. He got the skills to do everything that he needs to do for himself. That's what I said. I ain't never called a nigga good looking. If I did that, I'd be lying. And everybody know that. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. Trying to make sure I gave it all to y'all. But I just showed you and once me and Skibo was introduced to each other, it became about me and him trying to get someplace and shit. And you wasn't even helping. You wasn't even helping. You was depressed. That's Debo right there. That's us right there. You was depressed and probably jealous. I gotta go. I got work to do. I'm gonna put a cherry on top. This shit ain't over. Peace.